It's an incredibly big event, both online and on TV, and that's quite unique.
Anyone see the Super Bowl?
Yes, we both saw the Super Bowl, yeah.
Both stayed out to watch it, it was awesome.
Nice.
Half-time show was fire as well. I was listening to Jenny from the Block in the shower this morning.
As soon as She-Wolf kicked in, I was like, right, we're here, boys, so good. Yeah, good game of football.
I never stay up late enough to watch. Yeah, go ahead. I never stay up late enough to actually watch the Super Bowl or anything. However, I really like the trailers and then the ads that come around it, because obviously there's a lot of money that's put towards these ads. So when they're shown, you kind of think these are like millions and tens of millions sometimes, so they have to be really punchy and on point.
I think the thing about the Super Bowl ads is that obviously, it's a huge moment, the calendar year for Americans, so there's a lot of people watching, so just the sheer exposure is mad. Super Bowl ads have become like an event in themselves. They've become a meme because it's the time of year that advertisers are kind of expected to pull out all the stops and create an incredible advertisement. So just the sheer quality that those ads have had over the years, and it's kind of like, it's part of the conversation. If people come back in to work on the Monday and they're talking about the Super Bowl, one part of that is the advertisements.
I think you're...
Yum. All in one! Oh my god, that was horrible!
Are you chewing it? Just swallow it, you psycho.
Wow.
You get it off my desk. Social media. One was the one with Jason Momoa in. It was about Jason Momoa feeling like he's at home, right? And when he gets home, he comes into his house, he takes off his muscles, right? So he's all skinny underneath. He then takes off his hair, and he's just got like a bold toupee on top. And he's like, it feels great to be at home. And you're like, oh my God. And everyone was like, I now feel differently about Jason Momoa. And the other one was Google, about Google's assistant helping out in making people's memory stay alive. So this man was talking about his wife, Loretta, and he didn't want to forget any of the moments that they'd had together. He was asking Google, remind me about this moment, or show me pictures of when we went to Alaska, and it was really heartwarming and touching.
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
All Super Bowl ads, there's like a super high production. There's got to be some sort of celebrity appearance, if not multiple. Whereas that one was arguably the best ad out of all of them, but it had none of that.
I reckon that's probably one of the cheapest ads to make as well. That was literally just graphics and like an old dude over the top speaking.
Probably paid some creative team far too much money to...
It wasn't very Super Bowl-y. It's very true to Google's brand, and that music, that voiceover, it's always going to be good, it's always going to be emotional. I like that will have added value to audiences, particularly when they're potentially sitting with their families, but I'm still undecided on how I feel about the ad actually compared to some of the other Google stuff that I love.
Do you think it's more memorable because they did play on those emotions?
It was a fine line, right? Like, I think that being provocative with emotion and making people feel something, it's a bit of a dangerous game sometimes, right? Because if you make someone feel something, but it doesn't resonate in the right way, or the brand isn't right, or the story isn't right, it can cause that actual kind of like anger. So I think the more serious the subject, the more lockdown you need to be on, is this relevant? Does this make sense that we're doing this? Are we the people to tell this story? Or are we just buying into things?
Here's Mountain Dew Zero.
I am thirsty.
Way to fucking class.
Wait. It's good.
To be fair, Brian Grant.
It gets better and better. It gets better and better.
We can't just go, here's Mountain Dew Original Zero with 0 calories and low added sugar. Like, no, fuck that.
When the Mountain Dew came through the elevator, yeah, that was
a 1 out of 10 for me. I hate that. Sorry.
Oh, brutal. So why do you think it's so expensive to get a 30-second ad slot on the Super Bowl?
A 30-second ad slot on the Super Bowl costs about $4 to $5 million, which is pretty insane. I think the reason there's a number of things. One, it's a very highly engaged with event that people feel very strongly about. So it's not just an advertisement that's necessarily going on in the background in the same way. People are engaged with watching this, they're excited to watching it, they have really strong affiliations to it. Two is it's just obviously very, very highly viewed, very highly watched. So you know, just the cost per 1,000 viewers or whatever is going to be, you know, it's a lot to reach those people. And then the third is just how well it aligns with online and the kind of wider viral aspect. You know, it's an incredibly big event, both online and, you know, on TV, and that's quite unique. So if you're buying a Super Bowl ad, you get the Super Bowl ad, you get all the press about it being a Super Bowl ad, and then you get all the online traction, all the online sharing. So yeah, I think it's pretty good, relatively good value. Really. When you think about some of the stuff that gets spent on traditional media.
Oh my god.